Over the past 6 months, we've taken our average ticket from $1,100 to $2,900 through these 4 things. Your average ticket is probably the most important number in your business. So what an average ticket is the average transaction size for your business. Now, there's a few different ways you can measure it. We're going to try not to overcomplicate it. You measure your completed invoices by your total revenue. Hey, we did $10,000 over 10 invoices, so our average ticket is $1,000. That's how you calculate it. The reason why average ticket matters is a few different things. Average ticket matters a lot. So when you're thinking about industry selection, average ticket matters. What's the difference between landscaping and roofing? Well, roofing has a $30,000 average ticket. Landscaping might have a $500 average ticket. So that's a really big difference. And the way you're going to hire and the way you're going to drive leads and the way you're going to run your business and even staff your accounting department totally changes. Because in a landscaping company, if they're both a $20 million business, but one's average ticket is $30,000 and one is $500, the landscaping company has a lot more transactions. They're touching a lot more customers. So there's just more going on. You're going to need more customer service agents. You're going to need more people in accounting. You're going to have more to do to solve those smaller ticket jobs. Whereas that roofing company, they might need less infrastructure than you because their average ticket is so large. It also determines how much you can spend on a lead. If a lead costs $500 for both of those businesses, for a roofing company, that's only a couple percentage points. But for a landscaping company, they wouldn't be able to afford it because that's the entire invoice for that job. So focusing on average ticket is hugely important. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. We're going to break out 4 of the ones that have helped us. So for us, average ticket has been a huge project. So from when I first started tracking our average ticket back in 2018, our average ticket was, depending on the trade, in the hundreds. So HVAC might have been $130 average ticket for service and $7,000 for install, and plumbing was probably $350. That's another big distinction is if you're a multi-trade company, it's different for each trade. So my electrical average ticket goal is going to be different than my plumbing average ticket goal and my HVAC average ticket goal. So when you start to work on improving your average ticket, there's a lot that ties into it. So we'll just break them out here for a few seconds. So 1, what's the type of work that you're doing? If you're a remodel plumber, your average ticket should look different than someone who's only doing, toilet repairs, small jobs, or drain cleaning, something like that. 2 totally different businesses. Average ticket's going to look really different. 2, who's performing it? Who's the guy that's going out and estimating it? How much training have they gotten? What's your tech platform? How does your pricing structure work? How much are you literally charging an hour? That's a really big one. In home service, people charge as little as $80 an hour and as much as $1,000 an hour. It's all over the map. So determining where you fit inside that spectrum, how much value are you providing to your customers, is going to really determine your average ticket quite a bit. How much you're paying your guys, how much you're paying for leads, all these things matter. So over the past 6 months, we've made average ticket a really big focus. We wanted to get our average ticket from about $1,100, which was pretty good in plumbing, to now about $2,900. And that's been a really big project for us. Now, $2,900 is pretty close to best in class. I don't think we're best in class yet, but we're pretty close. And that's saying no to more jobs, that's doing a ton of training, that's hiring the right people, and that's pricing right. So let's break down those 4 things, because that's how we have more than doubled our average ticket in the past 6 months. So saying no to more jobs. So at the end of last year, we determined that we really had 6 core services. We have a bunch of job types, but we have 6 things that we do the best that drive the most value for our business. So these 6 things are the needle movers for our business. So the next logical question is, how do we do more of those 6 things? How do we drive more leads in those? How do we cross-sell those? How do we bring it up more often with customers? How do we do more of the 6 things? That question is really what helped us get to the point where we've more than doubled that average ticket, because we have started doing much more of those 6 things and much less of everything else. Second one's training. We made a really big push for training this year, and we're still pushing even harder. So we've enhanced our onboarding to be multi-week so people exit it ready to go. Now we have training several times a week by team so that they can really get into it. We do role plays, we break apart invoices, we talk about the good, the bad. We're just about to add AI to this, so make sure you check the show notes where we link who we're about to use. We also use ride-alongs. So ride-alongs has been really helpful to sort of put it all together. So trading has taken a really big step forward in our business, and we've seen the results. They've been huge. Third one is hiring. So are you hiring the people that are going to do well? Are you hiring people that want to educate customers, that want to help customers understand what the different options are inside their home? Increasing average ticket most of the time is going to be based on, are we offering options to customers? Are we talking about the different ways that we can help solve their problems today and in the future? And hiring is a big part of that. You have to hire people who are going to be receptive and willing to do that, which is huge. And the final one's pricing. You just have to make sure you're priced right. You know, if you're priced at $200 an hour or $100 an hour, it's going to be really difficult to get to a really large average ticket. Best way to do this is you go through a flat rate calculator. We give one out at the workshop. We can put that in the show notes. And you go through and find out what you actually should be charging every hour based on your overhead and your tech's wages. And then that helps determine how you price yourself so that you can increase your average ticket. So those are the 4 ways that we've gone from an $1,100 average ticket in plumbing to a $2,900 average ticket in plumbing in 6 months.